I have blue, dabbity dabbada. It's not much, but I hope it's enough copper solution to do some experimenting with. And since we have previously scoured this Hampshire Down, my quest for the perfectly naturally dyed green commences again. So I know a good YouTube video in theory is all about show, don't tell, but I don't think that everything that I have shown you in the past minute tells you everything you need to know about what I'm doing in this video. Meanwhile, because we have to wait for the mordant to take on the wool, I'm just going to try and pick clean this Hampshire Down a little bit further so that we can just spin it as well. If you're not new here, you know that a couple of months ago I tried to make the perfect green with a copper solution. First I tried with some coins, but that became an iron solution. None of my copper solutions back then actually struck the wool or something. They never got me the green that I desired. So a lot of you left a lot of comments on how to get my copper solution more potent and hopefully actually get blue or green in the future. I cannot tell you which of your tips actually worked because I tried them all at once. I made sure that my copper wasn't entirely submerged so that there was oxygen to oxidize the copper and then make it turn blue. I also let it sit longer than I did before, which was another tip that I got. I mean, I think it has been sitting for at least 10 weeks, even though Wild Color by Janine says it should take 10 days. And then another tip that I got was it should be warmer, it should be in a warm spot. Well, it's spring now. I tried it in winter last time, so it just is objectively warmer. Which of those factors have contributed to the blue of my copper solution? No one will tell. I've tried to keep it as concentrated as possible, but also still be able to submerge a bit of wool, so I hope that in like an hour or something, we will have slightly turquoise Hampshire Down, and from there I can add, like last time, an onion soup to it and hopefully get green. A moment of commotion for this wool. Look at those locks. So right now I have some fluff that is clean enough to throw in the drum carder and some fluff that is green enough to throw in onion soup. But of course first we need to make onion soup. And for that we're not using whole onions, no, just the skins, the peels, the hard outer orange shell of an onion. I am lucky that I have a father-in-law that just saves all of them and just gives me bread bags of onion peels at a time. I've got multiple of those, so many experiments are still happening with them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And now, while the onions are simmering, if you saw last week's video, could you have imagined that fleece to become this mountain of scrumptious fluff? No, well, it's only this, of course. This is all that there is left. I mean, there's still a little bit that wasn't entirely dry, so that's still drying. But yeah, that was a rough fleece. But I hope that by the end of this video, we will have some nicely dyed fluffs from it and also a pretty little skein. That would be the ideal outcome. I'm picking carding over combing for this Hampshire Down because it is a rather short staple length, and then carding is the more preferred way of prepping, for me at least. Hampshire Down, as the name says itself, is one of the down breeds, so next to it being not very long in staple length, it is also fine and really crimpy. This means, because it is so fine, I think it's around 26 microns, probably more towards the medium spectrum of things, but a fine medium, and that makes it ideal for next to skin stuff. carded one batt of this fluffy Hampshire Down fluff. I'm for now going to keep it at one batt, just being realistic what I can spin during the time I need to also dye the other fluff. I might card more if in the end the dyeing process takes longer than expected. And I might also card more if I just want to spin some more Hampshire Down on a later date. But for today, this is the batt that we shall spin. And I think I'm going to use another wheel than Jillian this time. I know, shocking. I have been spinning on Jillian like exclusively for the last couple of months, or whenever I have been spinning this year. I think we need to change it up a little bit. I hope it hasn't been that long ago that I need to reintroduce you to Kristine, my Ashford traditional. You all know her. First, kind of equally divide this batt into two halves. Good enough. I feel like we're dusty or something because we're not spinning. Might need some oil. And well, yes, of course I am spinning this in a long draw manner because over the past year or something, my transformation from a short forward girly to a long draw girly has been complete. My hands right now feel as soft as a baby's butt from handling this Hampshire Down, which kind of tells me that my scouring wasn't very thorough. So I do hope that that doesn't impact the dyeing qualities of the fluff that I put into the vat with the copper solution, because the lanolin can hinder dye to adhere to the wool. Ew! That first half of the batt is spun. No, let's check on our onion soup. That also seems to be quite potent and also pungent. Here goes nothing, I guess. So it is very well possible that this onion is actually too potent for my copper mordant. I'm not going to despair just yet, for I also still have my iron modifier, which might help the copper to shine. I don't know. We're just going to try. We're just experimenting. We're just having fun, you know. And I'm also happy with yellow wool, you know that. These two rectangular pots have my dye with the iron mordant, and this is just iron mordant with some water. I have both. Just the copper colored fluff and then the onion dyed fluff. I'm going to separate them, like, you know, in all the pots and tins and everything, and see which different colors we can achieve with all these modifiers. I could have also like put in some wood ash lye, but I don't have a separate pot right now. Maybe later. And now let's also finish the yarn we were spinning.
So after a little bit of sitting in the iron mordant, here are our 3 results. So this is the dyed plus the copper mordanted, onion dyed, and then iron modified fluff. This is the copper mordanted, and then the dye plus the iron modifier on that, and this is just only the iron modifier on the copper. Now I don't think there is much of a change. Here you can see that we have achieved a shade of green. It's not very green, but it's green. Now, as I have said, I have now changed to an wood ash lye solution. So here we have once again the copper mordanted onion dyed fluff in a dye bath with the wood ash lye added to it, and here I have some of the just a copper mordanted fluff that hadn't been dyed with the onions before, but then in the onion dye bath with the wood ash lye. That were lots of words that I had difficulty to pronounce. We shall have at least, I hope, 7 different colors of this. And we are also almost through our 2 bobbins, almost done with plying. Maybe a little evaluation of that Hampshire Down fluff. It spins unsurprisingly quite the same or similar to Suffolk. However, I do feel like it is a little bit softer, more cushiony than the Suffolk. It's a real pity that the fleece was in such a bad condition, because I do feel I want to spin some more Hampshire Down, just not from that particular farm. So I might need to source another source of this fleece, because it is really soft. I am looking forward to working with this skein whenever it is finished. Remember that I didn't precisely weigh my 2 halves of my batts, and I just went by eye and just ripped it apart. Yeah, you do remember? This is the difference! Oh my god! It's like almost a plying miracle! For just having eyed half the batts, that's a plying miracle. That's a plying miracle indeed! And thus here be the spoils of today's fiber shenanigans. A 114 meters worsted weight Hampshire Down skein. Very pleased with that. This is so soft and bouncy and springy. A couple of differently dyed onion and copper fluffs, which I think would be really cute if I just combine them with the leftover Hampshire Down that is over here. Don't mind the mess. Yeah, that was a good day. That was a good day indeed. I hope you weren't too confused about switching projects all of the time, but I just wanted to do something useful while I was waiting for my dye to do the dyeing thing. And I thought, why not just also record that into the same video? And now we have a dye video, but also a spinning video, and everybody is happy, right? Tell me down below in the comments if you're not happy, or if you are very happy. That is also something that you are allowed to say. Once again, it is such a pity that the fleece of this farm was almost unusable. I will still be picking out little bits of VM out of this skein. It is not, well, of course it is not perfectly clean. It is my skein. What did you expect? So even like the 10% most clean parts of this fleece were still really full of hay and stuff that I will probably be picking out of here until eternity. But I think I want more Hampshire Down for the future, because this is so springy and bouncy, and actually just like a notch softer than the Suffolk that I had. Really good fiber, which, as you saw, also takes a dye really well. I'm really looking forward to making like a soft pastel-y white, but then with the flecks of the green and yellow yarn with whatever I have dyed and whatever dye I still have left over and have not yet turned into a batt. I hope you will stick around to see that as well. In any case, if you like these kind of fiber shenanigans, then maybe you could like, comment or subscribe, but of course that is all up to you. And as for me, I will see you in a next video. But before we do that, here are some more spinning or dyeing shenanigans. Bye!